Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. Ultra Pro Wrestling just had their live stream today and revealed 4 new wrestlers for their game for DLC. Let's go over to Twitter and see who it was. Some of them were pretty awesome. On the Twitter. Alright, so we're over here on their Twitter page, Ultra Pro Wrestling. And during their live stream on YouTube, go check out their channel. He answers questions as much as he's allowed to, because he doesn't want to give away too much information about the game, because he wants to keep the marketing going so that the game, people don't lose interest in it. You know, when you're developing a game like this, it's good to have something to talk about every other week or every week to keep the hype train going until completion, because we all know what it's like waiting for a game to come out forever and ever, and then sometimes your hype just dies. For me, it was Spider-Man. Like, on the PlayStation 4, they talked about that game for 5 years. So here is who got shown. We got Demolition coming to the game, which is awesome. I'm a big fan of theirs. And we also got Masked Superstar. This is OG, man. This is old school. And then we got, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know who Masked Superstar is or this guy, but I obviously know who Demolition is. I think it's really cool they're getting wrestlers like from freaking old days, man. That's awesome. I'm really curious who else they're going to get. So I can't wait. Demolition looks awesome. That's huge for me. I was always a fan of theirs. Them and the Road Warriors were probably 2 of my favorite tag teams at the time. They're freaking awesome. And then a bunch of other information came out on their live stream, and I wrote down everything that stood out to me. So let's go over that real quick. All right, so he talked about a lot of stuff during this live stream, and I kind of took some notes. And forgive me, Sam, if I say something wrong. Feel free to correct me in the comments below. I know you're a very busy man. But so we got Demolition, and we got Sam's teasing this huge reveal for the next one. He says there's a ton of wrestlers that have signed on. I'm going to start speculating right here, right now. I hope it's someone like Sting, Macho Man. I don't know who's like forbidden. Like, it'd be cool to get like a CM Punk, because I know that Hal Haney is done art for him. And that's another thing. Sam mentioned that Hal Haney's connections to the wrestling world are what's getting all these awesome DLCs. Now let's go through the notes here. They're going to be at Starrcade in Chicago. So if you live in Chicago, go check them out. They will be at Wembley Stadium handing out flyers, and it's going to be on the hard camera side, so you'll be able to see him probably during the show. And he says he's going to be holding up a QR code. I hope he doesn't get in trouble with the people there, because they just released their game. They probably won't even know what it is, but it'd be really cool if they help him out, right? He's freaking awesome. So check him out if you're going to Wembley Stadium. And then he said the game development, they were shooting for like early access build of the game by the end of the year, but with running the business, getting contracts, doing payroll. It's basically from the Kickstarter to now, it's become this like an actual company where he has to do payroll, legal stuff, and all this stuff. And it sounds like he's been doing it all by himself, but he's getting help from his friends, family, and just people in the community that have reached out, and he's starting to delegate things so that he can focus on the game. So they got Anthony over there on Twitter, running the Twitter account. So I didn't know this dude, Sam, was doing everything. He was doing all the social media. He was building the game. Dude, talk about wearing many hats, and I don't know how he got anything done, to be honest. Must be from dusk till dawn of just working on this game. But yeah, so he's getting help, so the workflow should get better as time goes on. So that's awesome. And as we mentioned before, Hal's connections to the wrestling world is what's getting all this talent, real talent, signed to the game, like Demolition, Wrath, Blue Meanie. I can't wait to see who he gets next. Who knows? He might be able to get someone like I said, CM Punk, RVD. I'm reading my notes here. Macho Man. He might be able to get Hulk Hogan because, as far as I know, Hulk Hogan doesn't have any exclusive things with WWE. I know he's in the game, but I don't know if it's exclusive or not. So we could get like Hulk Hogan, Road Warriors. I'm hoping Ultimate Warrior. I don't know if WWE has a lock on Ultimate Warrior, but that would be really cool and a big win for me because he's one of my favorite wrestlers. This is a big one I wrote down. He didn't say this or anything, but how cool would it be if we could finally get a game with the entire Hart Foundation? I don't think that's ever happened. If it did, it's been a long time. I mean, I'm talking Owen, Anvil, Brett. I'm missing one. Oh yeah, British Bulldog. How could I forget British Bulldog? How cool would that be to get the whole Hart Foundation on there? Hell, they might be able to get, I don't know what he goes by now, but he was Tyson Kidd. He was like one of the last wrestlers trained in the Hart Dungeon, at least back then. Oh man, that'd be so cool to get the entire Hart Foundation. They can't get Natalya because she's with WWE, but that would be cool to get her too. The potential's, it's getting really crazy out there because, as I said before, Hal Haney's done art for a lot of major big-time wrestlers, so he has all these connections. So getting him on board with this game as the lead artist, I mean, his art's amazing alone, but you guys don't realize how big of a win that is for this game. That's huge. I mean, he's going to get more support and more eyes on this project than he probably ever thought possible because of one dude, Hal Haney. I mean, that's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see. There's one negative I'm seeing here, but it's also a positive. There's two different sides to this, and that's all the real wrestlers sound like they're going to be DLC. So no real wrestler is going to be on the base roster now. However, the base roster has over 100 original characters. I'm going to repeat that, 100 original characters. That's a crap ton. That's awesome. And all those parts are usable. What's cool about the DLC, the way they're doing it, is it allows them to go, I think they said this in a post before, it allows them to go 50-50 with every DLC. So they give 50% of all the proceeds to the wrestler or the wrestler's family, and then they keep 50% to help with the game, right? And the development costs. That's awesome because that really helps out, like, let's say old broken retired wrestlers that just, like, they never made it big. WWE and AEW, these companies just don't care about them. I mean, I was in the indies for a little bit, and some of the old wrestlers are wrestling in their 60s and stuff, just trying to keep that dream alive and make some money because they don't know what else to do. So this is a great way to help support their contributions to wrestling, you know. And I think that's really, really cool, and I really like how they're doing that. But as a person who doesn't know all the details, coming from the outside, looking at it like, why are all the real wrestlers DLC? And they're going to complain about it. I know people are going to complain about that. I know media outlets are going to complain about that. The masses are probably going to complain about that. But if you know why they're doing it, then it shouldn't be an issue. It's not to me. So I kind of think that's cool because it helps out the wrestlers actually having tried to wrestle for real. I kind of appreciate that. It sounds like Sam doesn't like the combos that they do in like AEW and WWE, where to get to that final attack, like the strongest attack in the combo, you have to press, you have to attack 3 times. It sounds like he's gonna just have, like, if I'm understanding this correctly, like, attack left, attack up, attack right, like they used to in the old games, or weakest attack and strong attack, just like in the Aki games. And then he's talked about a Patreon that they're kind of trying to set up to help build up funds for the game, because every cent, every dime, every penny is being spent on this game. It's going back into the game. They're not like, messing around with it. I know some people were saying or claiming it was a scam or something, but I don't think so. I think this is like a passion project, and he's gonna do or die with this game. I think like he's gonna get it out, and regardless of what happens, he's gonna get it done. That's what it seems like to me. There's too many big names and big people in this project or on this project for it to be, you know, a scam. So I wouldn't worry about that. Anyway, his Patreon, he's going to have a couple tiers, different tiers lists, and it sounds like he's going to have stuff posted like what the characters look like, the animations, like when they do moves, and then so people can see what's, you know, how development's going. And I think it's really cool because it keeps people in the loop and stuff. That's all the news that came out of the UPW Ultra Pro Wrestling live stream today, the Q&A. He said there's not going to be one next week, but he's going to plan for one in the was it 2 weeks out, and they're going to show some new wrestlers. I'm curious if they're going to show 4 again. Maybe they'll show 1. But the fact that they showed 4 this week, and the fact that he's saying that they got a lot of people on board because of the way they're doing it, where the revenue is split 50-50, who knows, man? They might have like 50, maybe 100 people signed on for that. By the time this game is out and all the stuff has been made for it, we might be looking at like a 200-300 character roster, and like, holy crap. Anyway, so that's all information for the Ultra Pro Wrestling Q&A today. Keep an eye out on their channel and my channel as well, because I plan on covering everything that they drop and news and stuff like that. Go join my Twitter. Everything they post, I kind of retweet and keep you guys in the loop. Go join their channel. Thank you for watching, and stay frothy.